Something strange has been happening in my flat and I've become very worried. Not that I'm afraid, but I'm just deeply concerned. So it started 3 days after I moved into my new apartment. Every morning, whenever I went to my kitchen balcony, I kept noticing rats droppings on the floor. And they were plenty. It became so consistent that I grew curious and confused. I live upstairs and the way the door is filled, there is absolutely no way a rat could sneak in, no matter how tiny it is. Yet every single night, this mysterious rat would come. So I decided to buy rat boys. My nephew helped me get it and I mixed it with crayfish, then placed it on the balcony. But guess what? The rat came, ignored it, did its usual business of pooping and left. I later mixed the poison with dry fish, still nothing. It didn't even touch it. That's when I became even more worried. This evil rat, Ukamuswa, Abi, I don't know, only visits at night. So I had to call my elder sister and explained everything. She told me not to overthink it, but suggested I ask my neighbor if he had experienced anything similar. I told her my immediate neighbor was out of town and the other neighbor was always busy and hardly around, but she insisted I ask. So eventually I called him and explained everything. So I pleaded with him if he could check his balcony, and he checked his balcony and said he only saw maggots, probably from the refuse dump kept there, but no droppings. He also advised me not to stress too much and suggested I monitor the balcony at night. So I told him I had been doing that. But this strange visitor, Okamuswa, only shows up after I have gone to bed. If you have listened to stories of haunted house or haunted building, then you will understand why I'm so deeply concerned and worried. Because the truth is, some people can go to wicked lengths just to hurt their fellow human beings. What made it even more disturbing was the fact that before I moved into this apartment, after I had already paid rent, I didn't move in immediately. It was a new building and there were still some finishing works going on, like fixing the door and correcting building errors. During that period, I would visit frequently to ensure everything in my flat was working properly, and throughout those times I never saw any rat droppings. I was sure because I am very attentive, like very observant and attentive. Not even once. But the moment I finally moved in, this strange creature started visiting out of nowhere. You can imagine how that made me feel and how deeply troubled I was. It was like something wasn't right. Now what made me even more concerned was the last time I sweat the droppings, I developed a severe headache afterwards. It was so intense that I felt like my head was going to break. I swear. That was how I felt sick. Only by God's mercy and prayer did I recover. Since then, I stopped sweeping the droppings and even stopped passing through the kitchen balcony. But the whole situation messed my sleep. I became restless, staying up every night just to see what could be behind this strange occurrence. So I kept praying with a heavy heart, asking God to reveal whatever was behind it. And one night, around 4 a.m., after hours of watching and praying, I felt sleepy and decided to lie down. Just as I was about to sleep, I heard a tiny voice in my spirit say, "Go back and check again." Immediately, I got up and went back. What I saw gave me cold goosebumps, like as I approached the dining window to check the balcony. I first looked down as usual, but then I looked up. Dear people of God, guess what I saw? A bat. Guys, look at it. The bat. See the bat there. If you have any suggestion on how to handle this, please let me know in the comments. Please help a sister before I go crazy. Thank you.